Except it all takes place in your imagination. There's no real acting. You don't get dressed up, and it's not like... Well, some people do that, but that's not my bag.
You did once, though, remember? There was costumes at one time.
No.
A little bit.
That never happened.
Little bit.
You won't admit.
It never happened.
Yeah. You did have a goblet and a gauntlet.
No, not a gauntlet, but a goblet.
He didn't say props were allowed. He said costumes.
But a goblet's just sweet to drink from. I drink from one all the time. You know, the way. I mean, I'm embarrassed to be drinking from a plastic bottle, actually, because you just don't have any goblets.
But you can.
Well, these are pretty good.
Those are kind of goblets.
These are pretty good. They're a little on the dusty
little
stuff,
dusty, though. You wouldn't want to drink out of those.
Okay. So the players make characters, and there's a system to describe the abilities and statistics of each character.
Okay.
So, in the game Dungeons and Dragons, there's 6 characteristics. There's strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. These describe the basic traits of the character. And then they have sets of skills that define what they can do and what they can't do, like what they're good at, what they're bad at. And then the game master, as you put it, or the storyteller, whatever you want to call them, they basically have a series of events planned for the characters.
So you make that, if you're the game master,
Yeah.
you make up the whole game.
Well, you can buy modules that are basically like pre-existing stories that you can run characters through.
But can you do that?
I don't personally know. I make my own. That's half the fun.
So what are some scenarios that you make up?
Well, if I am designing a world, like from scratch, I have to, like define what the races and cultures and...
You make up a whole new race?
Well, sort of, yeah.
And languages and everything?
Histories. Well, I don't write the languages, no, but there are different languages. But since everybody who's sitting at the table just talks in English, the characters will have a rating of how well they speak a given language. So if they encounter somebody that doesn't speak the languages that they speak, and they don't speak any of the languages that the other person speaks, then it's difficult to communicate. They have to figure out ways around that. But, I mean, the storylines are generic, tend to be generic sort of fantasy, sci-fi kind of storylines. If you've watched Lord of the Rings or Willow or something like that, you have a pretty good idea of what the kinds of themes are. It's like, good versus evil, monsters, demons, devils, that kind of thing, Depending on the scenario, sometimes, you play a sci-fi campaign or something a little bit more realistic. Depends.
It has to be, like, old school? It can't be, like, a modern...
No, it can be modern.
Whoa, Betty, you just picked up a whole new...
I know that.
Futuristic tends to be more exciting. Something that's, like, mythological or, like, mystical has more interest.
You can make up more stuff.